Welcome to the Bible in 5 years. My name is Armando. I want to mention something that when I started doing recordings, the very first recording that I do, for some reason, my sound in the very, very beginning, the first 5 or 8 seconds, it gets kind of muffled, kind of cut off. I don't know why it's happening, and always trying to adjust stuff here so it doesn't happen, but it happens. So I want to apologize for that. But and then it sounds fairly okay because I don't have a great equipment. Okay, I have a little equipment, small. Believe it or not, I can't show it to you right now, or it will disconnect. Anyways, but this is the Bible in 5 years, and we're reading the Bible in chronological order. It's gonna take us a while, and but after the reading of the Bible, I will give the explanation about what this project is about what the project is about, and who are we aiming this project, of course. And yeah, so let's get into the reading. And again, if you're familiar with our speech about the project, what the project is about, and all that, after the reading, if you want, you can just cut off and move on, because I always repeat the same stuff. I don't know why. I haven't felt like changing it, so that's what we're doing so far. Okay. Well, let's do change the music so we can do our reading of today. Today is day 212. Further instructions for the peace offering. Leviticus chapter 7 from verse 11 on. These are the instructions regarding the different kinds of peace offerings that may be presented to the Lord. If you present your peace offering as a thanksgiving offering, the usual animal sacrifice must be accompanied by various kinds of bread loaves, wafers, and cakes, all made without yeast and soaked with olive oil. This peace offering of thanksgiving must also be accompanied by loaves of yeast bread. Interesting. One of each kind of bread must be presented as a gift to the Lord. This bread will then belong to the priest, who sprinkles the altar with blood from the sacrificed animal. The animal's meat must be eaten on the same day it is offered. None of it may be saved for the next morning. However, if you bring an offering to fulfill a vow or as a free will offering, the meat may be eaten on the same day, and whatever is left over may be eaten on the second day. But anything left over until the third day must be completely burned up. If any of the meat from this peace offering is eaten on the third day, it will not be accepted by the Lord. It will have no value as a sacrifice, and you will receive no credit for bringing it as an offering. By then, the meat will be contaminated. If you eat it, you will have to answer for your sin. Meat that touches anything ceremonially unclean may not be eaten. It must be completely burned up. And as for meat that may be eaten, it may only be eaten by people who are ceremonially clean. Anyone who is ceremonially unclean but eats meat from a peace offering that was presented to the Lord must be cut off from the community. If anyone touches anything that is unclean, whether it is human defilement or an unclean animal, and then eats meat from the Lord's sacrifices, that person must be cut off from the community. Wow, that's right. Well, that's what happens. I'm glad we're advancing. So, this is the Bible in 5 years, and we're reading the Bible in chronological order. It's going to take us about probably 2 years or more to do this reading, and it's about probably more than 300 stories. I started saying in the beginning 236 stories because that's what the I guess call it syllabus or whatever that I got. It says, but you know what? I find out when I came to the Bible that to be able to keep it as a story, the Bible is broken into little stories. So that's how I'm doing it. So I end up maybe might end up with 500 stories. Who knows? But it's gonna be a while, okay? But we have 5 years, so don't stress about it. Anyways, this project also, we are reading only few verses, from 3 verses to 30 to 32. I'm cutting it short as much as I can, because doing more verses, like 38 even, is past 10 minutes. And the idea is to make videos and audios that are 10 minutes or less. Why? So we can remember what we read. I mean, I normally talk more than what we read. So, and eventually maybe I will stop giving my speech, because hopefully people will be familiarized with what this is about. I don't know. Hopefully. What else? And we read short stories, so you remember, and I remember what we read. What else? This project is aimed for those people who have not read the Bible. They're not familiar with the Bible. They don't know what the Bible says. We're talking about people who don't go to church. They're not Christians. That's okay. That's the whole idea, to bring the Bible to people who maybe they don't even care about the Bible. And it's fine. I'm not going to judge you. The idea is just to bring you the stories. Maybe you have an interest or curiosity. Check a few episodes here and there. Maybe you're curious about something, and, there are labeled by books. Like this one, we're reading Leviticus. It's a book of the law of Moses, and you can Google stuff and find out, oh, okay, I got to look on this book. And, I label them by book, by chapter, and in the particular chapter and verse. So you can find out directly particular story, So it's good. It's helpful. Maybe you were a Christian and they hurt you at church, and you don't want to go to church, or you're not even going anymore because people hurt you, and you sometimes want to hear something about the Bible. So here, videos of 10 minutes or less, audios too, because in Spotify we have them in audio and in video. In Facebook, it's in video form, and in YouTube in video form. And we have there from day 1 until today, which is day 212. So, check them out. But again, I'm going to now speak in church lingo. This project is for the one, not for the 99. But if you are from the 99, you're also welcome to participate by liking and subscribing and sharing these podcasts and these episodes with your friends, with your neighbors, with your family members, with your enemies, for crying out loud. And let us know where you're listening from or where you're watching from. And I have noticed there's people from Texas, from Washington State, from Virginia, and from other states in the American Union, and from Russia, from Moscow, from Mexico, Estado de Mexico, from Sonora, Monterrey, from Poland, a place called Mazovia, from Argentina, a place named Entre Rios, from Spain, Andalusia area, and other area that I should have written down, but I didn't. From Guatemala, from Australia, and from Greece. So thank you for following us and listening.